drug addict who had like put Anya in like a medically induced coma, and like Yurio came in and drop-kicked Georgie.
Drop-kicked him as he tried running.
And Victor Nikiforov is like the really gay police chief. Who's
No, Victor was like just their superior, wasn't he? Was he a chief?
I don't know, he was their...
Because the whole impetus of the story was that I imagined Yakov, the coach, the old coach, being like, Plesetsky! And throwing the badge at him and stuff. Like, that was the genesis of that idea. So I don't think Victor was the chief, but...
Oh, maybe not, yeah.
It was really freeing. I know this is a Little Kuriboh Unabridged panel, so you're expecting me to talk about Little Kuriboh stuff. Technically, it is a Little Kuriboh. But my favorite thing was to write as Victor, because
he would compliment his own butt.
Complimenting his own butt, and he just looks at himself as like, I'm gorgeous. My butt is amazing. This uniform really suits me, and I'm like, it feels really good to just write confident about yourself. And I'm like, I wish I could do that in real life. I can't look at my butt and think that it looks great.
My belly jiggled generously as I sauntered down the road. The sun
That's exactly how my inner monologue goes. It's weird.
The sun dimpled my cellulite. It was glorious, like glitter on my thighs, made of tiny black holes.
How do you know these things?
My cankles, lacking any curve whatsoever, drew a straight line from my knee to my ankle.
Can you just write my biography? Is that okay? Love Handles, the Little Kuriboh story. For $1. My love handles are worth at least $5.
Each.
2.5. 2.5.
Are you negotiating about buying my husband's fat?
New charity auction item, I guess.
7. $16.99.
What? Okay, we got $16.99 over here. How many? $20. We got $20 over here. How much? 40? 30 right at the back. $50 for Little Kuriboh's fat. What shirt are you wearing? AJ Styles. He wins my fat because he's wearing an AJ Styles. Too sweet. Whoop whoop. All right, awesome. Welcome to the Little Kuriboh panel, everybody. Little Kuriboh Unabridged, but also guest starring. Not guest starring. You're not a guest star. You're one of the primary characters in my life, Mary. You're now the narrator of my life, as we've learned. This is the Little Kuriboh Unabridged panel. I guess we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Martin Billany, also known as Little Kuriboh Online. Thank you. I have made various things, and one of them is Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which started in 2006 and has been going for 12 years now, almost. For those of you who are not keeping track, I'm currently at the tail end of season 4. I'm literally 3 episodes away from finishing season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Did they ever stop playing the children's game?
What? Never stop playing the children's game. No, in my life I never intend to stop playing the children's card game. I'm very close to the end of the show. Season 5 will be the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is really, it's Thief King Bakura celebrating over there. I'm finally going to be a main character. I'm finally going to do things rather than appear and then just disappear for long periods of a time. What else have I done? Narrator of the...
DBZ?
What? Shanks. Shanks, that's right. I thought you said a rude word. I was like, yes, I have done that. Shanks, yeah, I was Shanks in One Piece. I'm very proud of that role. It was really cool to work with Purple Eyes. I did Naruto, the Bridge Comedy Fandom Spoof Series show. I'm Frieza in Team 4 Star. Professional GX, I do a review series of GX, which the new episode just went online a few hours ago. I'm really excited about working on that. I've completely turned a new leaf on GX. I'm really enjoying it. I like that I guess a laugh. Professional work, I've been in various video games. I'm in Sprint Vector. We're both in Sprint Vector, the VR game where you run by swinging your arms really loud. And I'm Mr. Entertainment, who's the host of the game. He's this sort of sadistic robot character, and he sounds a lot like Freezer, so it was a very natural progression of the role. I'm in
Tales of Zisteria.
Tales of Zisteria as the Pope. You are blessed, my children. I'm in the British version of Kate and Mim Mim, which is a TV show about a little girl and her giant purple CGI bunny imaginary friend, and I am the giant purple CGI bunny. It was the role I was born to play. I'm in the new Godzilla movie on Netflix. I'm various characters in that. I don't get killed by Godzilla at any point, which was hugely disappointing for me. I'm going to name one more project, Star Wars. I do the audio description for the newest 3 Star Wars movies. If you have the Blu-rays, you can listen to me talk over the movie on your Blu-ray and on your iTunes version.
You describe how sweaty
Finn is. I talk about how sweaty Finn's body is at least 2 or 3 times in those audio descriptions. It's weird. Sweaty Finn! Sweaty Finn! Sweaty Finn! Sweaty Finn! Sweaty Finn! I'm gonna go to WrestleMania, and when Finn Balor's wrestling, I'm gonna try and start Sweaty Finn chants. Marianne Miller, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Marianne Miller. What have I done?
What have you done?
I'm in the new Radiant Historia, like the re-release for the 3DS,
3DS,
which is pretty fun. I'm Viola in that, and I'm in Etrian Odyssey 5 as the bar tavern owner.
Oh, the newest thing that you got announced in is a really big deal.
Yeah, I'm working there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
And then I'm also Recon in Sword Art Online, the half that nobody watches, and Monica Magica is the only boy, and Oh, you are. I mean,
he's
not
your
according
love
to me.
disinterest.
Yeah. Man, you should have just told me you liked me. Whatever. But yeah, I'm the only boy, Monica. I'm in Fate Zero as the child version of the main character, and said for the second time ever, I'm in Foodie Cootie, the new Foodie Cootie that's coming out. My character's name is Malsan. My season's going to be premiering in September, and I'm very excited.
Very
Fully
excited.
or are you coolly?
What's that?
Are you fully or are you coolly?
Are you Fooly or are you Cooley, Marianne?
What does Coolie Coolie mean?
Yeah, what does Fooly Cooley mean to you, Marianne?
Foodie Cootie? Foodie Cootie. That's all I know.
You've learned a lot
Lots of
already.
grabby hands in manga form. Foodie Cootie!
Love it. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Coolie Coolie on manga form.
Yeah.
Oh, is that manga Mariana right there?
Yes. Foodie Cootie. Just holding a microphone. Really painfully awkward all the time.
Alright. Well, I often...
I'm sorry, I just imagine manga form Marianne like always in the middle of doing something. Like you're perfectly drawn in focus, and I'm always like the chubby, triple-chinned like mass in the background.
The
that's,
chippy
like,
version of you. Like...
getting ready to drink a bottle of water, but it's like.
So I like to start my panels, the first panels of the weekend that I do, with a rendition of the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, done live. I thought I'd try something different, and I'm sorry that you can't be involved in this, although I guess you could, anytime I make a mistake, if you want to berate me, please do. I wanted to try something different. I want to try doing the first episode where every character has a different character's voice. And try and keep it consistent. See how well we go. All right. I tell you what. Why don't you pick who Yami Yugi should be? Should it be a different, like Tristan?
Pegasus.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is filmed for a fabulous studio audience. Hey Joey, Earth to Joey. Hey, are you in there? It's your move. Sorry, Yug, doing this Brooklyn accent makes it difficult to concentrate on card games. I know what you mean. My voice is pretty crazy too. I'm thinking about changing it. By the way, my grandpa has a super rare card. Groovy. Hey, bada bing. Attention, duelists. Rare card. My hair thinks that sounds vague enough to be the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And since my hair is a child... No, I messed up. And since my hair is a child billionaire in charge of a huge gaming company, I obviously have nothing better to do than go check it out.
Hey, Gramps, can we please see your awesome rare chocolatey fudge-coated mega ultra super card?
Mine.
I don't see why not. Here it is, my Boob Eyes White Dragon. Who was just... That's the least threatening name for a monster I've ever heard. What kind of mook would want a card like that? Who was Kaiba? Attention duelists, I'm here for your blue eyes, old man, and I won't take no for an answer. Now give it to my hair. No. Curses, my hair is foiled again. My hair is gonna go hire some thugs to kidnap you now. I'm hair, so obviously no one will think about pressing charges. That Kyber kid needs to get laid. Big time!
Hello, game shop.
Attention duelists! My hair kidnapped your grandfather and then dueled it into submission. So could you come over here and call an ambulance for him? I have far too much hair to be expected to do it myself.
Wait, who is this? Grandpa, are you okay?
For some reason, playing a children's card game has caused my breasts to become severely injured. Attention duelists, now look at this.
Grandpa's ultra rare ultra mega super card.
What the heck did you do that for? Attention duelists, so that it can never be used against my hair. In that case, no.
In that case, why not just tear up every card in the whole world?
Attention duelists, shut up and duel my hair.
Don't worry, Gramps, I'll win this duel with your deck.
Wait a minute, I've been injured, so you're just gonna go play cards with your arch rival?
Pretty much.
No wonder your parents are never around. Who was Taya? Did I have Taya yet? No, Taya wasn't in it yet. Who should Taya be?
Joey. Mako.
Mako? Gather round, everyone, and I'll mark us with a special sign. Not for nothing, Taya, but ain't this a harpoon through our stomachs? Oh, whoops. What the heck were you doing carrying that thing around for in the first place? I'm a kleptomaniac. I stole it from the ocean. I am. I stole it from my wife. Weevil for who? What was happens? Oh. Hey, my wallet's missing. The ocean took it. What? Is it Yami next? Huh? So Yami says it's time to duel, and who was Yami? It's time to duel. Attention duelists, did your hair just drop in the last 5 seconds or something? What the heck happened to your hair? Holy raw. No, holy sporty spice. Real monsters. Attention duelists, they're actually just super advanced holograms created for the sole purpose of enriching the experience of my hair. Okay, seriously, you've got to be bleeping kidding me. Who wastes all their money on something like that? Who is it? Pegasus?
Hair guy.
No, hair guy. Attention duelists, the guy who's about to beat your pasty pharaoh hair with 3 blue eyes white dragons, that's who. What was it? Oh, these voices are throwing me off. Wait a minute. No. Did you just summon a bunch of monsters in one turn? Yeah, so, attention duelists. That's against the rules, isn't it? Attention duelists, screw the rules, I have hair. Now draw your last pathetic card so my hair can finish you. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba boy, except maybe for Kuriboh boy. But it also has this, the unstoppable Exodia boy. Attention duelists! is! That's not possible! No one's ever been able to summon that hair! Really? Is that because it's so rare? No, it's because nobody can figure out how to do it, attention duelists. Nobody except me. Exodia. Obliterate. Weevil, was it?
Yeah, we will.
Big brother, is it time for my cameo yet?
Alternatively,
Hey, big brother, is it time for my cameo yet?
attention duelists. How could you summon Exodia? Kaiba, if you really wish to know, then talk to the hand. Attention duelists! Who's Grandpa? I wet myself. And then there's one last character, which is Duke. Esperoba.
Mr. Pegasus, sir! It seems the reigning Duel Monsters champion has been defeated by someone who's not worthy for a spot in my deck, but they might make a good coaster for my drink!
And then Yami Yugi to cap it off. That's the end of the episode.
I am curious though, does Esperoba just make everyone lay on top of his furniture?
Then put a drink on it?
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Everybody. His
Does
whole
he have
family.
human furniture like Borat? I'm curious. Does he make them lay on top of the furniture, or are they human furniture?
He takes it down.
He makes human furniture and then adds it, that makes people lie on top of that.
So he ships people.
He ships people.
He just wants them to touch all the time.
Yes.
With drinks.
His drink.
Yes.
Just his drink. Can't be anybody else's drink.
Very specific fetish.
My drink. So yeah, we're happy to take questions from you guys. If you've got questions about anything. I also have the newest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge to show at the end of the panel. It's not a new episode, but I thought it would be nice to just sit and watch it with you guys. Otherwise, we're just happy to talk to you guys. If you have anything you want to ask about anything, it could be about voice acting, abridging, life, sweaty Finn, anything. I'm going to go with favoritism and go for AJ Styles, the guy who now owns my silicon.
Yes!
Wrestling question.
What's your thoughts about Daniel Bryan coming back to the ring?
I can give you my exact thoughts. I'm so excited. Mariana will attest that I forced her to sit down and watch his speech on SmackDown when he was coming back, because I'm so excited. That was a big deal. Where were we when I learned? We were at Olive Garden. We were at Olive Garden, and I went to the bathroom and I checked my Twitter.
And he came back and he sits down and his eyes are wild. He's like, Daniel Bryan just got cleared to wrestle. And he's gonna wrestle WrestleMania. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so much joy in your eyes. Not even on our wedding day. And I've known you longer than you've known Daniel Bryan.
That's true. For those of you who don't know, wrestling-wise, Daniel Bryan is a guy who had retired like almost 3 years ago. Tragically, he's a guy who loves wrestling. He had a long career ahead of him. He retired like about 10 years before all other wrestlers tend to go out. So it was a real shame to lose him, and he was obviously very depressed as a result of losing the opportunity to do what he loves. And recently he was able to come back to the ring. He's going to be wrestling his first match in about 3 years at WrestleMania. And it's a huge deal for me. It's a big deal to see somebody recover from such a devastating blow to them emotionally and to their life. And to see him come back and obviously be able to do what he's really passionate about, which is wrestling, is a big deal to me. It's really cool. Obviously, I've struggled with depression in my life. I actually have a series about it that I didn't mention stupidly. We're Still Here, which is about my experiences with depression. Thank you. I love you too, random citizen. So it's helpful to see somebody bounce back in such a big way. And Daniel Bryan is one of the best wrestlers they have ever had, and it's really exciting. The potential for Nakamura versus Bryan or Styles versus Bryan, it's just very exciting as a fan. It really is. Like she says, I'm really excited about it. Do you want to pick somebody to field questions from?
I like your glove.
Thank you. I love that you've been enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It's my personal favorite Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
series.
sweet.
So far, of the characters you've met, who has been your favorite?
Favorite character from the ones I've met in
It's obviously
GX?
not Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion. Somebody called me out. Apparently I'm pronouncing Bastion in a British way and it confuses people. Everyone says Bastion.
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 No. Bastion.
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 Bastion. What am I doing? Cool. Whip. Cool whip. Bastion. Bastion.
There you go.
Bastion? That sounds weird.
You're saying Bastion?
Bastion.
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 What am I doing wrong?
You're saying Bastion? Bastion.
Say it with chin.
Bastion.
Yes.
Hey, just remember
But
Bastion.
please keep saying Bastion.
I can't wait to play Kingdom Hearts 3 and get a hollow Bastion. I'm sorry.
Hey, just remember
My
Bastion.
favorite-
I'm sorry, because you talk about, I've edited a little bit of this, and like you talk about Bastion, and like anytime you say Bastion, like I just think of the Overwatch character.
Yes.
I have not seen
There's
GX.
just like a mechanical turret walking around the dueling enemy.
He just shoots people he doesn't like just left click.
Jaden duels Bastion, he just goes into turns into that mobile turret. My favorite GX character is easily Crowler. Crowler is amazing. He has a bloody dual vest. Okay? I'm just so blown away that that's not something that really comes up ever again.
Fashion and function.
Yeah, fashion and function, it's just there. It doesn't make that much sense. It doesn't that convenient, but he just grabs cards out of his nipples and it's so weird and I love it. And I'm hoping that GX introduces more dual disc variations. I hear there's one that's a gun. For real? There's a gun dual disc. What is the benefit of a gun dual disc? It fires? Cards? Oh. That's ridiculous and I love it. Who is your favorite GX character, Mariana Miller?
None of them.
We went to see Bonds Beyond Time in theaters when it came out in 2011? Early 2011?
It was before we were married.
It was before we were married, and it was one of the last times
Yeah.
we were going to get to see each other before, because as Mariana and I will attest to, there is a 7-8 month period
Yeah,
where
8 or 9 months.
when you apply for a fiancé visa, which is how I how I came to move to America and live here. When you start that process, they say you can't come to America for 7 or 8 months because you might be trying to get married illegally, which is really weird. When you start the legal process, they suddenly are like, you can't come over here because you might do it illegally. Real weird. But so that the period from when I wouldn't be able to see my wife in America, at least in America, to the time when I would be able to see her, basically the cutoff point was right when Bonds Beyond Time came out.
Well, you were getting me the last of the paper. This is a very boring story.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. But you were getting me the last of the paperwork that I needed to submit the application for the fiancé visa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we
So
met.
we took the opportunity to go to the Bonds Beyond Time theatrical release to hang out, mostly. Also to see a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. And while we're sat in the audience, as soon as Jaden comes on screen, she goes, boo! Jaden smells! She does not care for him that
Not at
much.
all. Not at all.
So you don't have any favorite GX characters? Alexis, you don't like Alexis?
Is she the blonde with the white and blue jacket?
Yes, she is.
She's hot. So I guess I like her the best.
All right.
If you ask me who my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! GX character is, I'd have to say...
Winged Kuriboh.
Probably my Valentine.
My Val GX?
Yes.
All right. She is a great GX.
Kaiba's my favorite GX
He is in
character.
GX.
Yeah, nailed it!
Right here, sir. Do I miss doing Naruto Abridged? I do. I really do. I love that show. And Naruto the Abridged comedy thing, when I write that, I'm trying to make myself laugh more than anything. When I make Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I'm trying to make a general audience who is somewhat familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! chuckle. When I make Naruto Abridged, I'm just trying my best to make myself laugh. And it just happens that other people also enjoy it. I really do, it's something that I want to come back to, but I'm trying really hard to prioritize Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged content because I mentioned at the beginning of the panel, it's been going 12 years. I don't want to end it, I don't want to just close the book on it, but I want to be able to say that I got through that, I finished that project so that I can move on. And I'm not, again, it sounds like I'm like, I want Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge to be over. I just want to be able to finish it. I want to be able to say that I've done that. And then I'll come back to Naruto Spoof after that. Having said that, I have a really good idea for what to do with the second Naruto movie. So if I were to make a Naruto video in the interim, it would probably be that. Because I want to sort of make a funny video about my experience with depression, and that sounds very incongruous, but I want to sort of process what I went through, and I'm still kind of going through, but at my worst, with a really dumb Naruto video. And it's something that's in my head, it's a very powerful thought, and I want to approach that project when I'm ready and when I feel that I can do the best job that I can do, because I want people to be able to look at that and be like, I kind of understand what he was going through. Because even with We're Still Here, I feel it's kind of, not alienating, but it's for a very specific audience of people. The Naruto video, when I come to make it, will be more about trying to relate it to a general audience who have never been through something like depression or feeling suicidal. And it will still be funny, and that's the main thing. I want it to be something that people can watch, and it can be lighthearted, but dealing with serious issues. And it's going to be a very dangerous path to sort of walk. But aside from that, yeah, one day Naruto will come back full-time, smoking, talking about the Roa, all that stuff. More David Bowie sensei, he's still going to be in it. It's all good. Somebody has an elephant. I don't know how you're going to not pick them.
Yeah, elephant.
Elephant. Yay!
Why didn't you warn me about Yuri on Ice?
Why didn't Which one of us are you talking to? Marianne, why didn't you warn her?
Warning, it's really gay and adorable. I love it! It's my favorite show. Wait, who's your favorite skater and why is it Pachit?
Actually, I really like Chris.
Chris is the best. Okay, no, never mind. That's kind of an
Can't talk
rated.
about those details.
We can't go into detail. If you want to talk
He gets
about
very
Chris,
excited.
very excited. Very excited. We can talk about that later. I love him though, and his cow that he hangs out, like he has a cow, and he has cow eyelashes. Oh my God. So last summer I went to A-Fest in Dallas. It was a huge mess. But
This is going to talk into you auctioning off Chris's eyelashes.
But I went to A-Fest, and for those of you who don't know, an anime fest, like we just don't eat all weekend. The
whole experience is really quick.
Anime, but yeah, so Tadashi Hiramatsu is there, who is the character designer for Furikuri and His and Her Circumstances, Evangelion, and Yuri on Ice. And the co-creators of Yuri on Ice were there, Mitsubo Kubo and Yamamoto Saya. And I met all three of them. And Kubo and Tadashi were both doing sketches for fans. And I asked Tadashi to draw Chris, and he started with the eyelashes. So I started making these really strangled, muffled noises because I'm just like, oh, Chris, you're so beautiful. And it wasn't that far off from what I was just doing, let me tell you.
Whenever she's excited, she will literally go, oh.
But I realized that he doesn't speak English, so just this giant, terrifying white woman covered in tattoos going, oh, like, he's drawing this character.
And wasn't he like unfamiliar with how to draw Chris because he hadn't done it very often?
Yeah, like Chris was one of his shakier characters, so he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. My lady is waiting, calling me, I don't know. But yeah, don't hang around me. That's the bottom bullet point of this story.
I love Yuri on Ice.
Yeah,
JJ
I totally cried when I met Yamamoto and I gave her a letter because I love that show so much.
JJ is my favorite, absolutely.
He's the worst.
Mariana, since I technically pointed that, what's up?
No.
No?
Aha!
Hey now, JJ.
No.
JJ.
No.
It's JJ style. Come on. I love him. He's the best. You should pick that because I technically picked the elephant.
All right, then I pick blue.
Blue.
Fallout. Legend of Zelda.
My question for both of you guys: do you have any plans to bring back Fanfiction Fridays?
Oh.
No.
No immediate plans, but it's certainly something that we wouldn't mind doing again.
Actually, if you go to Iron Chef Fanfiction tomorrow, that is basically Fanfiction Friday, and I'm hosting that. So we can all write fanfiction together.
Unfortunately, I cannot be on that panel because I'm going to be doing a wrestling panel tomorrow.
So yeah, if you want to write fanfiction, hang out with me. If you want to talk about smelly boys, go hang out with me.
Sweaty Finn, Sweaty Finn, Sweaty Finn. I love it. Will we ever bring it back? I mean, I wouldn't be averse to like doing a stream where we did it.
Yeah, we've been trying to repurpose the Fanfiction Friday thing. We've been working, actually you're going to be releasing a video talking about a lot of the stuff that we're doing, but the schedule right now is so weird because we originally at the beginning of the year were thinking about releasing 2 new shows, and then one of them we just did not have time for, so...
I filmed the first episode and then it just never got edited because everything else was prioritized and it just kind of got away from us.
Yeah, so we've been focusing on coming out with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX weekly, and we're trying to stabilize that, and then we're going to take a hiatus in July, I think, or something around there.
These are the downfalls of being a very small group trying to do a lot of projects.
Yeah, yeah.
But, Fanfiction Friday is something we definitely enjoyed, and we have a lot of very fond memories of doing that. Your Meth Star story is still amazing to me. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm picking next.
Yeah, you are.
Me too. Let's go right here. Yes.
Okay, my question's for both of you guys.
Both of us.
In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Canon, who's your favorite character? And in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, who's your favorite character?
In Yu-Gi-Oh! Canon, who's my fave, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Both of us. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yes. Sorry. Well, do you want to go first?
Kaiba for both. I think he's really hot, first of all. He's rich, so I'd be rich if I married him. Not that he would ever marry anyone, because he doesn't, I don't think he even knows what sex is. And, yeah, he'd marry Blue Eyes White Dragon. He's just like riding in his Blue Eyes White Dragon plane, and he's like, is this marriage?
I really wanted, if it was possible, I don't think it is, for season 5 to replace Kisara with a body pillow of a Blue Eyes. With facial expressions that just change constantly while he's talking to him. And I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be hilarious if it
Yeah. I really love Kaiba, especially in the newest movie. Like, he's so thirsty for Yanni. It's not even funny. Like, I mean, but
Yugi's like, I got over that, and Kaiba's like, I spent billions creating a hologram of Yami so that I could duel him.
Yeah, I actually have a really nasty fanfiction outline that I want to write with Kaiba, but it's gonna happen. My New Year's resolution this year is to like finally get around like being nervous about writing erotica, because I am writing a book. It doesn't have erotica in it, but if I want to write erotica in the future, I can't be like, and then they kissed hard. So I want to practice.
Why did you sound like Caitlin? Yeah, that's
Kiss hard. The parents. Kiss hard.
Is that kissing hard?
The microphone kissed me hard.
Edward Elric just left because he felt very uncomfortable because you're using both their arms.
That's not how you do alchemy.
I'm trying to think, Canon Yugi, little Yugi, he's my fave. He's always going to be my fave. He's the kind of guy I aspire to be because he always does the right thing. He's never selfish, he's always selfless. He always does what's right by his friends and by the situation, and you know, I love him for that. And I'm really proud of how confident he was in the Dark Side of Dimensions movie, because he stood on his own. I really hoped going into that movie that it would be a Yugi movie rather than a Yami Yugi movie, but then it was a Kaiba movie. But Yugi was very cool and confident in that movie, and it was really awesome to see as a Yugi fan. Abridged wise, I mean Marek. It's a
You're welcome.
He's just, it's fun to voice, he's fun to write for, you can't go wrong with that character. Although I do really enjoy writing for Atem, Yami Yuki. It's much like the Victor thing that I mentioned, writing the fanfic. When you're Yami Yuki, you're just so confident and you're like, I'm great, of course I'm great. I'm the Pharaoh, I'm the King of Games.
King of doors, bitch.
King of doors, bitch. I really just love, like, when I voice him, I just have a big smile on my face because I'm just like, yeah, I'm great, of course I am. It was very different voicing the episodes where he's really sad that Yugi's gone, but overall it's really fun to play that character. I'm curious, how many people here have already seen the new episode? Not many, so okay, I do want to show it to you guys very shortly because it's fairly long, but we can take questions for another 5 minutes and then watch it. Did I choose the last one? I did. You choose the next one.
Gracias. The blonde hair.
Very serious. Oh, I was expecting like, what color underwear does Tristan wear? It's pink, by the way. What is the meaning of life? Gosh.
Asterisk.
Oh.
To perpetuate and improve.
Very true.
42?
Children's card games. Seriously, I think the meaning of life is to leave the world with a bit more happiness than you entered it with. You know, I think that's the goal, is to improve the world and do that by just acting positively and treating other people as you expect to be treated, you know, and I think that it's something that a lot of people just sort of lose sight of, you know, that ultimately it's not all about you, it's about, we're all in this situation, this life thing together, and when we're gone, the actions that we took in life stay. You know, either in people's memories or just in the world having been influenced by you, and the goal is to improve it, and I think that's it. Oh. Or defeat Yugi in a card game. That's the meaning of life. You picked that one, right?
Yeah.
Agent Venom? Is that what I'm looking at?
Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
No, it's just a symbiote Spider-Man hoodie.
Okay, sweet.
I got cosplay that I'm going to put together.
Hell yeah.
So, my question is, who's your favorite character in DBZ Abridged, and why is it Nappa?
Well, if my favorite character, actually, you know, Nappa is the funniest character. Honestly, I knew nothing about Dragon Ball Z going into Dragon Ball Z Abridged, really. Like, I knew that people fought.
I watched my first episode of Dragon Ball Anything the other day.
Was that? No, you watched the Jiren Kale fight, didn't you?
Yeah, that was the first.
No. The previous one, the super fight between Jiren and the female Super Saiyan. Was it
I have
Keiji
no
came
idea
over?
what you're talking about.
You watched the final episode of Super the other day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the first episode I've ever watched.
I'm going back to it.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. It's nice that Frieza is the same. I shouldn't spoil anything, just in case. It's nice that Frieza exists. But I had no concept of Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball going into it, and Z Abridged really made me give a crap. And that's, I think, the biggest testament to Team 4 Star as creatives is they're writing a love letter to Dragon Ball Z. They're not just making a parody, they're really paying homage to the story and the characters, and Nappa was the character that just I would never stop laughing at, you know, more than anybody else. And it made me fall in love with their show, but also made me care about Dragon Ball Z as a franchise, and which is why it was a huge honor to be brought on to that show. Nappa is amazing. Who else do I love? I love Krillin. Krillin is honestly one of the consistently funniest characters in the show.
What's the element?
And Lani does an amazing job, I think. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball Z Abridged character? Is it Mai again? Is it Mai Valentine?
It's Kaiba.
It's Kaiba. One day he'll appear in it, I think. Did you want to pick somebody? We have time for a couple more questions.
Walking stick.
Walking stick. What's your favorite Yakuza game? That's all.
My favorite Yakuza game?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Well, for those of you who don't know what the Yakuza games are, they are a series.
Yakuza.
Yeah, I was just going with what he said.
Okay, to be fair, I said it that way.
It's fair. It is completely fine to say Yakuza. My favorite game, they're all my favorite game. But for those of you who don't know what it is an action RPG that uses modern Japanese culture as sort of the tropes of RPG. Like you go to a restaurant to get health, or you can go to like a Sega arcade, what do you call it? Like an arcade, and just play like Virtua Fighter 2, and that gives you like points and experience and stuff. But they're very amazing stories, and the characters in these games are incredible, and they're constantly developing.
The best way you can describe it is our friend came over and was watching him play for a little bit. He was like, yeah, this game is called Yakuza, and I'm a member of the Yakuza. So he goes to a karaoke room and sings a couple songs, and then he goes to a host club and
talk to a lady
and try and get her, and then he goes over and like eats food, and she's like, when are you gonna do crime? Like,
to be fair, I was not playing a Yakuza in that. And my favorite is Zero right now. Zero is, I think, an incredible. It's a great homage to the series and those characters, and it's a great standalone story. But it also works really well where it fits in the series. But more than any of that, it has completely rejuvenated the fandom for the franchise. I've never known the fandom to be as active as it is right now. And as a long-time fan of the franchise, I bought the first game in 2006 on PS2, day one, because I loved Shenmue, and that was like, it was a spiritual successor to Shenmue for the Dreamcast. I loved it from day one, and to see so many people celebrating it and cosplaying the characters now has been really, really amazing as a fan, just as a fan. They also reference my show in Zero, which is insane. They put "Screw the Rules, I Have Money" is a line in that game, and the developers confirmed that it was a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! Unabridged. So, it's insane. Can't believe it.
I had a moment earlier that was a very Kiwami moment, by the way, because I was walking up to an artist alley vendor, and I was like trying to peek over this person, this woman, and they were about this tall compared to me. And so I was like looking, and I was like, excuse me, sorry. And then they whipped around, and it was Majima.
What?
Like, yeah, today? Yeah, today. I was like walking around, and then it was seriously like that. Because they had a ponytail, but then they had an eye patch.
I really want to tell more stories, but we have to show this video, so otherwise we'll be out of time.
Not the Anime Expo Majima.
Yeah!
We'll tell that one on the 18 plus.
18 plus. Please come to our 18 plus panel tomorrow night. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We'll talk about stories. This, I want to close things down by showing the newest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unabridged. This is episode 79 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unabridged. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! Kiwami. It references Yakuza in it. It's about 50...
Oh, I'm in this one.
You are in this one as the nun. We only have about 12 minutes left of the panel. I think we can probably go over a couple of minutes to finish watching the episode. But if you need to leave during the video, don't worry about it. But this is episode 79, and it's really long. Please enjoy.